PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, this is James Spann. This is the afternoon Weather Xtreme video for Monday, the 9th of June. Another hot summer day across Alabama. The sky mostly sunny around the state. We'll take a look at the Skycam images at the very moment we speak, about 2:30 in the afternoon. There's a look at the Skycam over Tuscaloosa, and really not much in the way of cumulus development. Just a few very shallow cumulus clouds. The sky's sunny there. Down in Chilton County, the cumulus field a little deeper there, but still the sky partly sunny. And pretty much the same looking sky coming from Cullman up to the north. Here's our big picture this afternoon, the water vapor satellite imagery. Nice trough coming through the plain states. And we've got some convection in advance of that, and that trough should beat down the subtropical ridge a little bit, meaning shower chances going up, temperature levels going down ever so slowly through midweek. Up on the watch warning map, look at all the flash flood watches there from Oklahoma up through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, up into Michigan. And note that new box. That is a severe thunderstorm watch, the first of the day, from the southeastern part of Illinois through Indiana, and then parts of Michigan and Ohio. That includes Indianapolis and Detroit. And you can see the convection firing up there. There's our convective outlook today. A slight risk of severe weather from the Texas Hill Country up to places like Little Rock, Indianapolis, and Detroit. Also a slight risk over northern New England. Tomorrow, day 2, a slight risk over much of the northeast United States, basically from Washington, D.C. and Baltimore north, and also a slight risk over a pretty good chunk of South Dakota. And on day 3, Wednesday, got a risk of severe weather for parts of the high plains. And on day 4, Thursday, a slight risk from Kansas City and St. Louis up toward Duluth, Minnesota, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Here's a QPF map. This is the expected rain valid through Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. The numbers coming down a little bit here, but remember, these maps just are not that useful for Alabama with summer convection. One side of town might get an inch or two in flooding, the other side of town, nothing. You know how uneven the distribution is. And certainly the heaviest, most organized rain will stay north and west of the state, but we do expect to see an increase in the number of afternoon storms. And a quick peek at weather in the tropics. The Gulf of Mexico, pretty much severe clear. Got some convection over South Florida, but the water is quiet. Caribbean, got a little disturbance there in the far eastern or western Caribbean, but that is not organized. Upper air winds are not favorable for formation, and we think that tropical storms will not be a problem for the rest of this week. So let's look at modeling. This is the 12Z GFS valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock Tuesday. Couple of short waves in the active westerlies north of us, one passing through the Great Lakes. That one's going to beat down the ridge a little bit, as you can see. And another one back in the northwest United States. And down below all that, the bottom line is we'll have a chance of a few scattered, mainly afternoon showers and storms. And instead of mid-90s, the high tomorrow should be in the upper 80s to near 90, between about 88 and 91. About where we should be for this time of the year. Wednesday, the map looks the same. Thursday, same deal. Sufficient instability and moisture for a few scattered showers and storms. The primary storm track, of course, stays well north. Friday, nice-looking wave there coming through the Midwest at the surface. Got a boundary there, the cold front extending from that surface low that's over Canada down through Chicago and Wichita. In advance of that, a pretty good plume of moisture, and we wonder if we might see an increase in the aerial coverage of showers and thunderstorms Friday and Saturday with the boundary approaching. In fact, there's a look at Saturday, that front bearing down on Muscle Shoals. And by golly, looky here, the GFS wants to move the front all the way down into deep South Alabama Sunday at midday. And if this is right, the northern part of the state would be dry and less humid. And we've seen this on back-to-back runs, but let's wait one more. Let's look at the OZ run tonight and see if it shows that. And if so, we'll start to trend down any chance of showers Sunday and maybe talk about lower humidity. And Monday of next week, that front's going to dissipate as the westerlies are up north, and that still looks relatively dry with the deeper moisture down south. We'll go trolling 5 more days. This is June the 21st. That looks kind of boring. Big 588 ridge all across the deep south. That might be enough for a few scattered storms, but typical summer weather. And on the 25th, a nice trough showing up there. with a big weakness in the ridge, and that would mean a good chance of showers and storms. But, fronts just don't come down this way that often in late June, but we'll watch and see. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog, AlabamaWX.com, if you're watching this via iTunes or YouTube. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.